Mike Huckabee saying that Democrats trying to gain from the death of Senator Ted Kennedy, political gain, exploiting him. It's funny, you knew this was going to happen before it even suggested it. So the mere notion that anyone would say the cause of Ted Kennedy's life, the most important cause of his life, certainly over the last 27 years, and before that, in fact, it's not fair to mark it from that was 29 years from 1980, because really the cause of his political life, health care for every American. He dies, health care, the debate on health care has begun, and obviously anyone in their right mind would suggest, no, do this for Ted. It is the most obvious thing in the history of the world, and yet any Democrat who says what I just said, no, they should, craft this for Ted Kennedy. They should call it the Ted Kennedy health care bill, blah, 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 blah. Anything like that. How dare you exploit Ted Kennedy's death? The people who are about to tell you what a despicable socialist he is are suggesting that you can't invoke his name for the cause to which he gave his entire professional and political life to. That invoking his name to try to get that done, which he would obviously want, is somehow exploiting him for political gain. Again, it's the big party of ideas that's going to sweep in 2010, says Peggy Noonan, and save Barack Obama by giving us a Republican Congress. By the way, I don't think Peggy Noonan thinks that's going to happen. She just says that's what he thinks that's what she thinks he needs. So Mike Huckabee on Thursday, he said that on his radio show, the Huckabee Report, good thing they got him to do it, that under Obama's health care plan, I love this, the degree to which guys who are reasonable people on some level, like Mike Huckabee, who's got a sense of humor, that under Obama's health care plan, Ted Kennedy would have been told to, quote, go home and take pain pills and die. I don't think that's in the bill. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Maybe that was the take pain pills and die portion of the bill. Yeah, I'm sorry, you got cancer. I don't know. 3 Advil? Maybe try to get some sleep? Maybe watch a little TV? And have somebody in your family call us when you die. Huckabee says it was President Obama himself who suggested seniors who don't have as long to live, might want to consider just taking a pain pill instead of getting an expensive operation to cure them. Yeah, I remember when Obama said, no, don't get the curative operation. Just take some pain pills and die. I thought that was an unwise political move of Obama when he told seniors to die. But, he's the politician, Barack Obama. Yet when Senator Kennedy was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer at 77, did he give up on life and go home to take pain pills and die? So, by the way, death panels have turned into take pain pills and die. That's what they're going to suggest is in the bill. That they're going to be, I'm sorry, the government has mandated that I tell you to go take pain pills and die. Take a Motrin. Oh, I'm sorry, you have cancer. Ooh. Take a Nuprin. They're little, yellow, different. So he says, when Kennedy was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer at 77, did he give up on life and go home and take pain pills and die? Of course not. He freely did what most of us would do. He chose an expensive operation and painful follow-up treatments. See, Mike, Governor Huckabee, what Obama would like, and what Ted Kennedy certainly wants more than Obama, is for other people to have a chance to have the expensive operation, you moron. Huckabee says he saw his work as vitally important, so he fought for every minute he could stay on his earth doing it. He would be a very fortunate man if his heroic last few months were what future generations remember him most for. And of course, this comes after Huckabee said that he derided Democrats for using Kennedy's death to make the argument that Congress must, quote, that Congress must hurry and pass a health care reform bill and do it in his memory. Huckabee says that not only defies good taste, it defies logic. So it's insulting, it's not in good taste to suggest that we ought to pass a health care reform bill in Ted Kennedy's honor, which is the most obvious thing. Would Mike Huckabee have suggested after the murder of Martin Luther King, let's say Martin Luther King had not been murdered in 1968, but was murdered just before the passage of the Civil Rights Bill in 1964. Say Martin Luther King gets murdered in 1964 instead. Mike Huckabee and Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck and all these clowns would suggest that, oh, and now watch this. Now the blacks are going to try to tell us to pass the Civil Rights Act in Martin Luther King's honor. Shameful. Yeah, here's who would have wanted that. Martin Luther King, jackass. And here's who would want the health care bill passed in his honor: Ted Kennedy. And the people who hate Ted Kennedy and will vilify him, and by the way, there are some things for which he deserves significant criticism for in his personal life, significant criticism for. The people who will only talk about that are suggesting that if anybody does anything nice about Ted Kennedy and tries to make, the world a better place in the world that Ted Kennedy wanted it and invokes Teddy's name in the process, that that's somehow shameful. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.